Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And today we are having a discussion about what first-time cruisers may not know.
So we went on our first cruise about 20 years ago, give or take a year. And we actually had a blast. We didn't know anything about cruising. Very first cruise, actually it was the very first cruise in our family.
Right.
Other than our parents getting on a boat, getting over here. But very first cruise in our family, we didn't know much, but yet we still had a blast. But we were reminded how little new cruisers
actually
know when it comes to cruising. So we decided to put this video together to give you 10 things as a new cruiser that you should know.
All right, so point number one. On a cruise ship, they use what is called a cashless system. Now, this cashless system basically means that you're not really using cash basically to buy anything when you're on the cruise ship, okay? And that is because when you are doing your check-in process prior to you going on your cruise, you are required to put in a credit card information on file, whether it be a debit card or some sort of form of payment. So now once you get on the cruise, all purchases or anything that you need to do, whether it be in the stores, make reservations or anything, will be used with your SeaPass card that the ship gives you. Some cruise lines also have wristbands, but it all works the same thing. Everything is tied to that card or that wristband, depending on the cruise line. Another thing that first-time cruisers may not know is that you can go down to guest services for any issues that you may have, and that may pertain to like maybe needing a refund of something or any issues resolved in your cabin, and that they'll be happy to help you. We were recently in a situation where we purchased the internet package on board our ship, but we were having so much trouble with connecting and it just was not working. And Ralph and I went down to the guest services and he had a conversation with the representative and she was like, fine. And I believe she ended up giving us the full refund back of the amount.
I believe so. Did they try to troubleshoot the situation?
Yeah, they tried to troubleshoot over and over and then
couldn't work, and so they decided, let's just get rid of these two and just credit the money back.
Credit the money back. Exactly. We've also had situations in the arcade when the games were not working. So, went up to guest services and told them what was going on, and they were nice enough, to issue us, a couple of dollars back for the inconvenience of the machines not working.
Exactly.
Another thing that first-time cruisers may not know is that their SeaPass card is needed on board and off the ship. Now, as we said earlier, the SeaPass card is used so you can make purchases, while you're on the ship. However, when you are leaving the ship to go to a port or anything, you must have your SeaPass card with you. There will be signs posted everywhere that you need to have your SeaPass card with you. And that is everyone, from kids all the way up to adults that are traveling. Another thing that first-time cruisers tend to not know about would be the dining room. Now, when you are in the dining room, you are able to order more than one thing off the dining menu. And that is something that we have found interesting along the years of our many cruising that we've done.
Again, we don't only cruise by ourselves. We cruise with family and friends at times. And one of our last cruises, it was the most bizarre thing. I think it was was it lobster night?
Oh my gosh, yes. It was when Royal Caribbean was doing unlimited lobster. We took a family cruise back on 2018.
Oh yeah.
And because now they pay for lobster if you want more. And it was unlimited lobster night. It was formal night.
Exactly. So our group, our family, our small intermediate family here, us two and our three boys, we know how it works, right? Lobster night, you just have at it, right? It's unlimited. Other couples that we were with had no clue what was going on, right? And as we're sitting there just cracking lobsters, just enjoying ourselves, we look across the table and we see a couple there that we came with, like seriously hungry, but scared to order another lobster. It took literally 15 minutes of coaching them up so they could order another lobster.
But he never did. That person never did.
Oh, he never did?
No.
Oh, interesting.
So we still talk about it till this day. For that person, it was more like, what's the catch? Or I don't want to get a bill later on, you know? And the main dining room, for those of you who do not know, the meals in the main dining room is included with your cruise, with the exception, and it'll tell you there's certain like things you want to do, like an upcharge. You know, like say if you want a filet mignon from one of the specialty restaurants, but it clearly will tell you the price on the bottom. Exactly. But everything else on the menu was, you know, whatever you want. But this particular couple, they missed out because endless lobsters is no longer a thing.
They sure did. And I swear, after our cruise, they actually stopped that.
Yeah, they did.
And
Royal
I'm
Caribbean
pretty sure
stopped that about a year or 2 years ago, I think.
It had to be because of us. I mean, we went at it. It was serious.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yes. All right, first time cruiser, you can order anything that you want on the dining room menu. Okay. If you don't like something, the waiter will bring you out anything else, or they'll bring you out double of what you do like. So make sure to do that. Take advantage of it. Also, another thing that with the dining room, I just wanted to bring to your attention, if you're having any type of celebration, you know, if it's an anniversary or a birthday, you can let them know, your maitre d' or your waiter, let them know, and they'll bring out, you know, a special little cake to surprise the person or so, and they'll sing happy birthday as well. Also, if you have any dietary restrictions, make sure that you let them know as well, because they will go ahead and accommodate you with that. Another thing that we found out with the first time cruisers that they may not know, that you can order a drink from the bar, even though you do not have a drink package. So we were recently in a situation where I was with someone on our most recent cruise, and you know, I went ahead to the bar and I was getting, you know, a drink. We didn't have a drink package, but I just wanted to get, you know, the drink of the day. And so the person came along, and then, you know, they mentioned, hey, well, I didn't realize I can come here and ask for something, you know, and just purchase a drink a la carte. And I'm like, yeah,
right.
You can go anywhere and just, you don't have to have a drink package in order to walk up anywhere and say, hey, I want a bottle of water or a can of soda or anything like that. But they thought that they did.
Exactly.
One big ticket item that surprises a lot of first time cruisers, I would have to say, is gratuities.
That's right. It surprises me now.
So not only are you paying a gratuity for the room that you are staying in, and mind you, this gratuity with Royal Caribbean, it is $18 per person per day, okay? And if you're in a suite, then it's about $20 or so per person per day. And this is just for your cabin, okay? So now, aside from the gratuities of the room, you also have gratuities that are charged if you go to the bar. You're going to spend 18% gratuities. So be mindful when you're reading the receipt. You're going in for a can of Coke for $4, 18% gratuity will be added on everything, okay? And it's usually already on the receipt. And then don't forget, they also put another line again for you to leave another tip. So be mindful that the tip is already on there. Exactly. Okay, but if you're feeling like you want to add more, go ahead. But just letting you know, automatically, it's 18% for any drinks or anything like that. There's also an 18% gratuity for if you order room service. Now, the fee for room service with Royal Caribbean is $7.95 if you order room service to your room. And then on top of that, they charge you an 18% gratuity. So be mindful for that. If you're doing a spa service, there's gratuities that's automatically added as well, even on land. But be mindful that gratuity is 20%.
Now, we're not new to cruising, and I wouldn't say that we're avid cruisers either. Right. But I'm shocked every time I see the bill, and I see that extra charge. So it's there. It's good to know that it's going to be there, but just you have to factor that in.
Now, on another thing that some people, that now you have the option to prepay your gratuities for your room, so that's nice. So when you see that when you're making your reservation, or if your travel person asks you, you can prepay the gratuity. But this gratuity that you're prepaying is only applied to the stateroom, not everything else on the ship. Another thing that first-time cruisers may not know about is that your itinerary can be changed by the cruise line. Okay, so there are instances where sometimes the itinerary has to be changed. A new example would be Royal Caribbean recently had to change their Labadee, Haiti port that a whole bunch of their ships were going to go to earlier this year and throughout the summer. But because of all the unrest that's going on in the country, they had to change that itinerary completely. So, you know, so it all depends, you know, especially if you're traveling during hurricane season, because we live in South Florida. So we're used to hurricane season starting June 1st all the way to the end of November. So you need to be mindful of that, you know, like, hey, if there's a storm coming or for whatever reason during your cruise, they may skip a port, but you know, it is what it is. And the last thing that we want to talk about that first-time cruisers may not know about, at least with traveling with Royal Caribbean, is that the Wi-Fi and the drink package works on their private island. That's nice. Right. So it's good to know that if you purchase a drink package from them as well as a Wi-Fi package, you can use it on their private island, which is the Perfect Day at Coco Cay, or their island over in Labadee, Haiti.
Exactly.
Because we recently found out that other cruise lines, like say for example, Carnival, you cannot use their drink package on their own island. So, but that's nice that you can do that with Royal Caribbean. So that's really good. So guys, so we just gave you 10 things that first-time cruisers may not know. So we hope, you know, you found this video helpful in any way, and stay tuned for the next conversation.
All right, thanks.